Hello everybody, Michael Robbins here. Excuse my appearance, I'm not doing too well. I don't even have my dentures in that help me speak. I've got tumors in my jaw area. I need to like latch it around, so it's difficult for me to speak sometimes without those particular dentures. The reason why I don't have those particular dentures is because currently I am now homeless. Yep, surprise, surprise. Once again, homeless to electric boogaloo. Essentially, I'm diabetic, severely diabetic. I have something called polyostotic fibrous dysplasia with McCune Albright syndrome. Essentially, it causes my endocrine system to just go out of whack. It goes super high, then super low, and then it messes with things like my blood sugar levels and testosterone levels, thyroid levels. It's really bad, essentially. If you run on your endocrine system. It also causes, unfortunately, tumors to appear in all of my bones. And they're benign tumors, but they cause me to kind of like break bones as I walk. It's not very pleasant. I'm pretty much in constant agony because it's just like you break a bone, it's extremely painful. Well, as I move, I get micro fractures in my legs, my hips in particular, so it's very difficult to move one's hips and such with microfractures. They're they just eat up my bones. It's like you can look it up. It's a polyostotic fibrous dysplasia in particular on Google, and you can see that it looks like somebody blows the bones apart when you get that particular disease. And so, unfortunately, due to all these issues, I had a bit of a fall about a week ago at this point, and I was just taking out trash in a place that I was renting, just renting a room from a random person I found on Facebook Marketplace. Don't necessarily recommend doing that, by the way. It's just weird. But anyway, so I was taking out some trash, and I just like collapsed. I don't remember much after it. I've seen some video of the collapse. It looks like I just kind of like fell to my knees and then like got up, and then I think I had a secondary fall, and the back of my head was all bloody, and I don't remember much of it. But yeah, so essentially I had a collapse, and I ended up in the hospital. Now, see, here's a problem: is that the landlady I was renting a room from, she pretty much showed up immediately and said, "Oh, well, you're not allowed back. Like, I paid through Friday. Why am I not allowed back?" "Well, the police said that you're not allowed back." Like, why would the police say that? It's like, "Oh, because I know the police. I have family in the police. I have a bunch of guns at home, and you're not allowed back." Like, okay, well, can I have my money back? No. Okay, can I have my deposit back? "Well, I spent your deposit. I'm sorry about that, but I've gone through all of your stuff, and I put it in a couple of suitcases that I'm keeping in my garage right now." Okay, am I gonna ever get my money back? Because this is almost $1,000 that I paid her for a deposit. And she's like, "Well, I gotta rent the room first before I give it to you, and then I'll sell it to you." And then it went from "I'll sell it to you" to "I'll sell parts of it to you." And then it went to "I'll sell parts of it to you eventually." And over here, my back of my head is killing me. My back is killing me. I'm literally in abject agony at the moment. But she ended up, I ended up having to practically beg her. I was in the hospital and just like I did this nasty ass t-shirt and sleeping clothes, because I was taking the trash out before I was going to go to bed. And I had to beg her, "Please, can you at least bring me my shoes and a pair of pants and a shirt?" And she's like, "Oh, mijo, I don't know if I can do that for you, but I love you so much, mijo. I love you so much." She's like histrionic Spanish. Like, I came down here originally, because like right now I'm in Homestead, Florida. It's like the wingtip of Florida. It's actually really pretty, kind of nice. I like living here. And I came down here to start a vending machine business, and I'm practically done with it. It's just my health just dropped all of a sudden a couple months ago, and this whole situation is crazy. And so now I have I managed to sell my laptop from a pawn shop to get a couple days in a hotel because, once because the hospital just released me on the sidewalk. They're like, no, we don't have any rooms for you for homeless shelters or care shelters or anything like that. So I had to have them give me a lift to a pawn shop, and then I went from the pawn shop to this Super 8 hotel. It's not very nice at all. It's like everything is stained with cum, and it's just, there's a condom wrapper. I found a condom wrapper underneath the pillow when I first got here. It's really gross, and but anyways, it's a roof over my head. I don't care. I'm not complaining. It's gross, but like I'm kind of okay with gross because it's better than sleeping on the sidewalk at the moment. And yeah, it's. But anyway, so I don't like begging. I don't like necessarily asking for help because I try to be as independent and normal as possible. But if anybody could potentially send me a couple of bucks so I can continue in this hotel for a few more days, at least until a homeless shelter bed opens up, because they're very seriously backed up. I don't know what I'm going to do outside of potentially. I mean, I have a storage space with my vending machines. I'd like to get my vending machine business up and running. I really, really would. And I mean, I have like almost $20,000 invested in this thing already. I just need to get like another month or two. If once I get through that, I'll be able to get all these things out because I've already prepaid for it all. I mean, I put the investment in, I put the time in, lots of time. Me and my buddy Rod, we put a lot of time into this business. And I really don't want to sell it. Like, it would be nice because I would be getting like $2,000 a month passive income from that once all of these machines are out. It would help me, it would help my buddy who has a newborn and all that. But I mean, if I have to sell the business, I mean, I would just, whatever. At this point, I don't know what else I can do. But at the very least, if you can help me get through the next couple of days, maybe, I'd really appreciate it. It's not something I would normally ask about this. I don't like begging friends and family. I don't like asking for things that I don't deserve, I guess, or at least put the effort into deserve. But I'm in dire straits right now. I just need. And you just have like a couple of bucks. I'll put up like a PayPal and all that in order to do that. And if I can get that going on, at the very least, I would also like to keep my phone too. I mean, it's very so I can reach out to folks because I mean I know a lot of folks too. But as I guess my goal number one is to not sleep on the street, and goal number two is to hopefully be able to keep my phone up and running so I can communicate with those that are. Or those that care about me and I care about them. And food. The landlady stole my food card. I'm diabetic. I nearly went to a diabetic coma about 20, 30 minutes ago because of I didn't have enough food. So I ended up going to the office and they ended up giving me some cereal in order to be able to kind of be alive. I don't know, but yeah, I'm just so tired of this. I went from, last year it's been kind of awesome. I've been here with my friends and hanging out and doing cool things, and it's just then all of a sudden everything crashed. Anyways, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. And if you are able just to donate a couple of bucks to me, just so I can eat and not be on a sidewalk, I would definitely appreciate it. And once I can get back on my feet, if you want the money back that you gave me, then I will give it back to you. Because I mean, this is just hopefully going to be super short, but this is super stressful right now. And I'm not going to call in any favors or anything like that. I know I talked to Kay here earlier today, and she's also experiencing some homelessness issues, and It's like she's the nicest woman I've ever met. One of the nicest people I've ever met. She's helped thousands and thousands and thousands of people, and yet she's experiencing homelessness. That doesn't make sense to me. Like, if I were in a financial position, like if I would have known that she was having problems like that, I would have bought a house with an extra room and put her in it with me, because people that help others are those that keep society together. We're all in this together, guys. We are. And being a person who truly believes in helping others, as I have, I mean, I'm sure I've helped a lot of people. Unfortunately, I can't do that at the moment, but I've helped a lot of people, I believe. You know, in between, like, you know, doing their taxes for free, to like babysitting, to raising their children at one point. I mean, there's a lot of people out there that I've done a lot of stuff for just for free, because, you know, it's the right thing to do. Like, why wouldn't you do it if you have the ability to do it? And plus, it gives you new experiences. And experiences is, to me, the full aspect of life. If you're not there getting an experience, then you're just sitting around on your butt playing on Facebook. I mean, when you're dying and you're in a bed and you're dying, what are you gonna remember in life? Are you gonna remember that really funny Facebook post of the dog trying to have sex with a chicken? Or are you gonna remember your kids? Are you gonna remember your mistakes? Are you gonna remember your wishes that you would have stayed in the life of somebody that you cared about? I've unfortunately been on my deathbed very recently because of these diabetic issues, and I regret a lot. I truly regret a lot. Like, I regret not being in my son's life as much as I could be. I regret not fighting harder for my, well, first wife, second wife, and third wife. Yeah, I kind of been married a few times, but I regret not fighting harder, especially for my third wife. But then again, she just gave up. So, I don't know. Yeah, lots of regrets on my deathbed. Those are the things that went through my mind. But then again, what those experiences have truly taught me is that I had those experiences. Even though there were regrets, I still had a lot of good memories too. In particular, like, you know, various girlfriends and all that, spending really fun times with them. That was always a super great part of it. Like, I don't know, like one girl, Trisha, she, yeah, that relationship, I regret ending, honestly. But anyways, because of the, we always had a good time. It was always fun. It was just like the internet kind of broke us apart because we only paid attention to things like Facebook and all of that. Oh God, if I could do it again, I'd fucking smash my computer and be like, hey, let's go out to the mountains again and go have a hike, you know? But yeah, so experiences. Anyways, I've rambled for 4 minutes about this kind of stuff. But yeah, sorry. The TLDR of it all is, please, if you have like a couple extra bucks, if you can just, you know, send it to me, and if you want it back after I get back on my feet, then just let me know. I'll get it right back to you. Because I don't see this hopefully being forever. God, I stayed in a homeless shelter one time for almost 10 months after my second marriage, because my second ex-wife ended up doing things and got deported to Canada, and it was a bunch of BS, and I couldn't afford to live and take care of my tumors at the same time. Anyways, I don't want that again. I was 40 men in a tiny room, bed bugs eating my skin, draining my blood every single day. or being out on a sidewalk where ants would bite you or you would nearly freeze to death. Well, I don't exactly have the probably ability to freeze to death here in Homestead, Florida. It's like even down south, lower than Miami. I know that exposure to the sun and all that, and that's going to end up causing like fire ant bites and all of that. At least that's what some people are experiencing out there with homelessness. And I just don't want to have bugs eating my flesh. Anyways, thank you all for listening. I appreciate everything. Goodbye.